From Las Vegas, Sandy Kastel and friends.
Sandy Kastel has been entertaining audiences for years on stage, screen, radio, and television. And for the next 60 minutes, she'll be talking with local and international performers, artists, authors, celebrities, and more. With special features like women in music and arts, shopping at Smith's, cooking with Chef Michael, and staying fit and fabulous forever. Now, let's bring on the host. Here is Sandy Kastel.
Good morning and welcome to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. And we've got the Vegas and Rap team here.
Good morning.
Of Ricky Cash and Aaron Phillips.
Good morning. Must be Wednesday.
I know it is Wednesday, and I just got to share some news with you guys. I know it's a lot of text here, but I'm going to see if I can find it. Let me see.
Go look for it.
Let me see if I can. No, I sent it to Diana so she can post it, and let's see if I can find it. Diane Fox. Okay. We are going to be on. We're on, the Walk TV, right? And Keen TV. And also we're on some of the Prism channels that are CenturyLink, Prism. Anyway, Monday, we were in the studio, in the TV studio over there, and Betsy Ann handed me this sheet that gives us the information on how many channels around the country and around the world that we're going to be on. The Walk TV reaches over 300,000, as you know, in Las Vegas and surrounding areas. But above that, they have a tremendous reach. They have stations in the U.S., 279 stations. 279 stations around the United States. 59,003,954 potential homes in the U.S., and 187,283,391 potential homes worldwide.
Wow.
Hello. And guess who's on there? Chef Michael and Sandy Kastel and Friends.
So when we bring you guys on, you two bald-headed bastards are going to be real famous.
That's all right.
So
we're going to be rich?
What we're going to do...
Well, it's up to you to be
rich is another story. And, wealth comes in many different shapes and sizes, Ricky, as you know.
Of course.
But the point is that once a month, we are going to be on the national channels. And so maybe one of those days, out of one of those months, we can have you guys on with us, so which might be a lot of fun.
They gotta go through me. They gotta.
But we gotta talk. We gotta talk.
Have your people call our people, and we'll get it figured out.
But it's so exciting.
My people visit
and we just
your people.
love working with Dale over there, and Betsy Ann and William. William was doing all the camera stuff. We had the 3 cameras, and anyway, we had a lot of fun. We filmed, and that show is going to be aired on Saturday, the week of Christmas. So I'm not sure if it's the Saturday before or the Saturday after, but we'll get that information.
Christmas show there. We're going to do cooking.
We are going to film.
I'm going to film the cooking.
We're going to film another cooking segment there where he's going to do the fruta de mare.
Yay! Gagarina, mangiacoello.
You know what a fruta de mare is, Ricky?
No. Sounds like a fruit bowl.
I just learned yesterday that it's the fruit of the sea.
Yeah,
that's where you get the shellfish and the
Very nice.
See, I didn't know that.
Maybe.
Anyway, aren't you excited?
These guys don't give a rat's ass.
No,
they don't care.
No. Maybe we can be there to sample it.
They don't care.
Oh, we do care.
I
want to sample it.
And speaking of the sponsors that you're getting for them, you need to get some of them for us too, because they're on our show, and we need some sponsors for them on our show.
We're trying to help these guys. Come on, John, make a few bucks. I know you guys like them.
We are so proud of all of our sponsors.
They stick together.
All of our sponsors that are behind us.
Right.
As a matter of fact, we just picked up a new sponsor, Michael, and I haven't even told you yet.
Well, tell me now.
But it's the solar systems that Cole is working with. Yes.
My God.
And also, Cloud9 is going to be jumping on board. And we are going to be shooting our design segment out of the World Market Center.
Oh, my God in heaven.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh,
yes.
I got the chills up my kazoo.
And that's with the Cloud9 showroom with Eloise Strubble and myself right there at World Market Center.
I love that woman.
That is
Every time I hear her
isn't
name,
this exciting?
I think of Jerry Lewis.
We just keep growing and growing and growing. It's kind of like a mushroom, don't you think? That
dominoes.
mushroom effect.
Once the dominoes
or the
fall,
pond, the ripple effect.
Absolutely. It's great.
Anyway, John. See?
John.
I got you covered.
We love you, John. Anyway, let me tell you what's going on. I'm aggravated, so I got to say something.
Aggravated? Oh, no. I knew you had that look on your face.
You
when
know,
you walked in
ladies
the
and
door.
gentlemen, if you get into an accident, and you don't have an ambulance come, they will not do a police report.
No.
Let me
they
tell you
will
what
not.
happens.
Oh yeah.
Your insurance company fights. So what happens is if you get in an accident, if it's your fault, their fault, whatever the case may be, don't argue with the person. Just get their card.
And take it to your insurance
And take it to
company.
the insurance company like I did. Well, what happened is I'm with American Family Insurance, who that I'm very, very proud to be with. Now, there's a lot of people out there that like family farmers insurance.
Yes.
All right. Well, what happened is I'm coming out of the restaurant, which is Roma's Deli. Now, you know there's a bus lane that's there.
Roma's the deli.
And not
Deli.
even, I would say maybe
The
15
deli.
feet away is the 76 station.
76 trombones in
Jesus,
the big parade.
God, can I finish this freaking story? So anyway, I come out and I go into the bus lane. Now there's 4 lanes. The place is packed.
4
There's no way you're going to get
lanes.
on that lane. So I come out of the Roma Deli on Sahara, headed west.
Staying in his own lane, of
My
course.
own lane to get to the station.
Minding his own business.
Here comes this Mama Luke. Here comes this lady. All right. She has a 1959 Gunga Din truck.
And she's on her cell phone.
And she's on her cell phone. And naturally she goes over too much, bada bing,
Bada
and she
boom.
hits the side of my $51,000 Chrysler C. 300.
Are you trying to impress us by your number?
No.
Does it matter if it's a
Yes, it does.
$51,000
I don't give a rat's ass. To me, it's a lot of money.
Car?
Okay, so here's the bottom
It's all
line.
relative,
It
Michael.
is relative. It's
I mean,
not.
a $10,000 car to some
It's
people
not.
is the $100,000.
I don't give a
car,
rat's
like to the
ass. I didn't
Grossos,
steal.
$1
I didn't
million
rob
car.
pocketbooks to make the payments. So anyway, I get in and she hits the car. Now I looked at the car and it really
She
did.
kind of slid around.
Kind of slid, and
right
Well,
through
anyway,
2 doors.
Kind of kissed it.
Yeah,
she
kind of kissed it.
She could have a groove.
Grooved it.
She grooved in
Gotcha.
2 doors. Yeah.
Anyway, Farmers Insurance says, "Oh, it was not her fault. It was mine." So my insurance
Well,
company.
they're going to stick with her. The years are going to
So
stick
my
with you.
car was tied up for a whole month.
A whole month.
They had to order a door. They had to. I mean, they did more
lights?
stuff. They did more stuff on this car. You know what I mean? And I just shook my head. I didn't say nothing. So I paid the $500 deductible. But the reason why I'm telling you
In
this story,
cash. You had to pay in
cash. They
cash.
wanted cash.
Oh my gosh!
Because
He had to drive across, to Boulder Highway because they wouldn't take a credit card or a check. They had to have it in cash.
I would have to go down there.
Yeah.
So naturally, my
Isn't that
insurance
funny?
company says, "Well, the people that you took the car to, we don't deal with them." But I got to tell you, they give you a lifetime warranty.
But they were
sudden
great.
impact. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen.
Sudden impact.
You ain't gonna fool with these people. They're the best of the best. Because if you got a Rolls Royce, Mercedes, this is what they do, the Highline cars, and they give you a lifetime warranty. But the reason why I'm telling you this story. So anyway, I wait a month. I didn't say nothing.
What is the reason?
Got aggravated. Paid it. Last night, Sandy makes me pick up my car. When I go down to pick up the car,
I took you to pick up your car.
right,
I
the
didn't
car was
make you
my car
to
was
pick up
dusty.
your car.
So this morning,
Dusty?
yeah, it was dirty.
It had schmutz on it.
It got schmutz.
Yeah.
So I got up.
Schmutz. We
love schmutz.
You love
Yes.
schmutz, all
Oh, I
right.
love schmutz.
So I
Dark
got up this
schmutz.
morning, and I
Dirty
got
schmutz.
up. I got up, and I picked up the phone, and I said, "Sudden Impact." I talked to them. Now I'm going to give them credit where credit's due, and you
Oh,
know,
yeah, they did a
and
great
everybody
job.
knows, Chef Michael. I'm going to tell it like it is, good or bad. I said, I got to tell you something. I love your work. You are. First of all, nobody gives you a lifetime warranty. They gave you a lifetime warranty for the damage that was done, all right? Which was not big damage, but they did it. I said, but I got to tell you, how could you deliver a car after I gave you $3,000? There was $3,000 that you gave the bill, all right? And it was dirty. Oh, Mr. Leonetti, they said, we had it for a couple of days. I said, I understand that. But it's customer service. Now, I'm going to continue to deal with you, and I'm going to give you the greatest accolade in the world. But when somebody has a car, and Sandy's right, I don't care if it's $50,000 or $5.
That's right.
To us, it's a new car. You
right.
got that money, bring it back clean.
Yeah. Honey, we've got a caller. I'm just letting you know.
Who's on the phone? Who's on the line?
Flurry.
Get out, you son of a...
Hi, Flurry. How are you?
Hi, Fleur.
Well, blow me down.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, Flurry.
Happy
Ah,
holidays.
you red bastard. What's going on, Fleur?
Oh, boy, I'm the luckiest dog in town.
Really? What happened?
A friend of mine got me a piano from 1885
please.
Wonderful upright grand piano. Inside the piano bench was over 100 pieces of sheet music from the 1800s and the 05s and 020s, what have you. And I found one piece of sheet music that's going to blow Michael away. It's from one of his relatives, Tony Leonetti.
Tommy Leonetti.
Yeah, when I come over there on the 13th, I'll bring that over and blow you away.
Oh, my gosh.
What a find.
Well, guess what? I'm going to have you sing, Flurry. Okay? We're going to have it's Sandy's birthday. I want this to be special for her.
I'm bringing my piano fingers. I'm going to play.
The piano singers?
Fingers.
Yes.
Oh, your piano fingers? All right. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have a ball, man. Are you guys coming?
See you guys there.
Guy, bald-headed bastard.
Bye-bye.
You're cooking.
Thank you, Flurry.
Thank you, Flurry. We love
Happy
you, buddy.
holidays. We'll see you Saturday.
You cooking? I'm coming.
Well, talking about the cooking, this is big because I'll tell you what. Our
What's big?
sponsors is Cafe de Boo.
Cafe de Cebu, and I have a special.
And we also have truffles and bacon. I got to tell you, them please. So I said, we'll be about 60, 70 people. I says, if more. And now Chef Michael's going to do the sausage and peppers.
Chef Michael.
Because that's big. It's going to be a great variety. I hired I hired a bartender and a cocktail waitress. They're my secretaries that work for me, so I hired them now.
And he's told me how cute they are, so I'm looking forward to meeting
I got
them.
2 new girls.
Oh, wow.
And this new girl that I got, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm
she's
hearing
about
about
6
them.
foot,
Yeah.
gorgeous. She's from Scandinavia, blonde, knocked out looking girl. I want to introduce you to my attorney, Neil Colmenares. You know what I mean? I said, he's going to love you. But I was looking at her, and Neil's a little bit taller than me. She's 6 foot with her flat shoes. So I said, Neil, you better get some height, pal, because some lifts. But anyway, I am so excited, ladies and gentlemen. It's Christmas. We're a couple days away. Hanukkah's not too far from that. I am elated. We're going to have a great
Who cares
time.
what order they come in, right?
Who gives a rat's ass? The bottom line is the holidays.
The holidays.
Who?
It's the holidays, and that's Linda McDaniel
Linda,
on the phone.
Linda.
Hi, Linda. How are you?
Oh, good. Thank you.
Good. Welcome to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show. Can you hold on just a second, though, because I know we're going to talk to you about your books and about how to publish your book.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to be right back, though. If you're just tuning in now to Sandy Kastel and Friends with Chef Michael and the Vegas Unwrapped team of Ricky Cash and Aaron Phillips, we'll be right back after a message from our sponsors with special guest Linda McDaniel.
I love these 2 guys, even though they're bald.
Santa baby, I want a yacht.
More interviews, more recipes, more fun. This is Sandy Kastel and Friends. Here again, your host, Sandy Kastel.
Hi, and welcome back to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. You know, Chef Michael, I was watching his show the other day. His show.
Stop saying that. Stop, Bus. Will you stop it?
It was. On Friday,
Oh, yeah,
it
that was-
all Michael.
it was-
Because I went to the doctor's. I went at 8 o'clock in the morning. I
Well,
figured
let's tell
for
everybody
sure
Sandy's with child.
It's a miracle.
It's a miracle
Anyway.
season.
Yeah. Anyway, no, we went to,
my
that was an adoption agency. Anyway, so I was at the doctor's, and all of a sudden it was like, Ryan, you called me, and it's 8:59. Oh my gosh, And I said, Michael, you're going to have to do the show without me. And I have to tell you, folks, I watched the show. I watched him. And he made everybody cry. He was so emotional and so
sisters could do-
heartfelt. And you know what Ryan told us? He said that after the show, there was like half a dozen people that called and said, that was the most touching
Was it, Brian?
story, the most touching show, because it was so heartfelt, and Michael opened himself up. And I just want to say, Michael, you're a guy with a big heart.
Yep.
That sometimes people look at you and judge you by the cover, and think that you're a tough guy, and
I'm a tough guy.
they all like on the streets, are you a mob, guy, and you're typecast sometimes. And I just want to say that I'm glad that our listeners get to see the inside Michael Leonetti and
Thank
who he
you.
is and where he comes from, and everybody that's in our circle who comes to our home and has dinner with us and comes to our WEMA events and supports us. The Vegas Unwrapped team here. Our big circle of friends and fans and family. They see you for who you are, but a lot of times the listeners don't really get it. And I just want to say I'm glad that you
Thank
got a
you,
chance
sweetheart.
to do that.
That was very kind
And
of you.
Linda's on the phone.
I guess I can't.
And you can't say anything about it.
Say a friggin'
No, you
word, go
can't
ahead.
because you already did it all Friday. Anyway, you
I'll
had
see
your
you.
quota for the year. And so, Linda, how are you?
Oh,
Get
good.
back here,
Thank
Michael.
you.
Michael. Anyway, I should call him Mackle. Hey, Mackle. He said he used to have a girlfriend that was Irish, and she called him, hey, Michael. Michael, come here.
Holy Michael.
Or was she from the South? I don't know. That sounds like she's from the South. Anyway, Linda, you help people publish their books.
Yeah, well,
Teach
the
them.
first thing that they've got to do is write the book.
Of
and
course.
So that's what I really help people do, and then I guide them toward the best way to publish. And these days, publishing has changed so much, and it's become so much more democratic.
Yeah, and
that
it's a lot of self-publishing these days first.
Yeah.
Before they get to, sometimes, for some authors, they're self-publishing their books. And then sometimes if they get a lot of publicity on their books, then other publishers are coming to them and saying, look, now we want to take you on,
Yeah, they're letting people do their market research for them because they're testing their book beforehand. But
Kinda like the record labels.
There are so many opportunities for people to publish today to share their expertise with the world.
Yeah. And so what are some of the top 5 things that you teach people when they're writing their book?
Well, it's a huge project. It's like, how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? And so I encourage people
I don't want to eat an elephant, though.
You got to see these 2 elephants sitting next to me.
What?
Yeah,
Go
well,
speak for
the
yourself.
expression.
You got on the scale the other day.
205.
That's right. And proud of it.
Solid muscle, sister.
My right leg
Okay,
is
so
205.
it's like eating an elephant one bite at a time.
That's right. People get overwhelmed. They think, how could I possibly write 200, 300 pages of information? And so I teach them how to do that just in manageable chunks. That's basically what that's about. And so we work a lot on their confidence because most people don't know the writing process. They think that you're just going to sit down and write a masterpiece. And they're discouraged when the first stuff they write is a jumble of words. But guess what? That's the writing process. Writers you love, writers you wait for their
That's like the
next
stream
book
of
to come out.
consciousness writing. When they first sit down and they just start writing, they get all the ideas out, right?
Exactly.
And you put the judge on the side. You forget about the judge and the critic for the time being, and you just write everything out.
Right. Lynn, I have a friend of mine named Jimmy Mellodor who wrote a book, and he asked me to publish it for him and to
No, it's
not
already
to
published.
produce.
No, market.
Market, I'm sorry. Yeah, to market the book. And it's a phenomenal book. I mean, he went out with Ann Margaret. He was the entertainment director for the
It's
Las
it's an
Vegas Hilton.
autobiographical book,
right.
yes, which is sometimes, yeah.
And he's one of the greatest saxophone players of our time. He's one of the best of the best. I got a couple ideas. I want to bring him in a mall with a 3-piece band. I want to make him swing. I want to have a bunch of people crowd around, and then he's going to push out them books. There's a guy that's downtown. He's a horn player.
And
Remember
that's
that
a good
guy?
idea because you get them excited about who he is.
Right.
And then you have the book signing right there.
Right, and because everybody writes books today. Like, everybody's going to write a book. I'm writing a book, and Sandy's writing a book, and the book is writing a book, and everybody's writing a book today.
But I think, Linda, won't you agree that everybody has a different book within them, and a lot of it comes, if they say write from what you know, your experience.
That's right. That's just a strong platform to begin with, but I encourage people to go deeper too, and it will. The writing process does that. It helps us go deeper if we pay attention and come up with more and more interesting things. I'm sure if you're both writing books, you've experienced that. As you write, ideas come from your right brain or from wherever you believe that are even more powerful than what you started writing about.
And sometimes the direction changes.
Yeah.
But, a lot of times, okay, they have, do you do workshops, Linda?
I do webinars.
Webinars. Okay, so when you're doing a webinar, are you doing it with a lot of different people can come in and watch at the same time? Is that what you do?
Yeah, people, all kinds of folks.
Aaron and Ricky are shaking their head, yes. Well, everybody's different. Yeah, but you're right. Yeah, sometimes.
Been on plenty of webinars with instructors, and that's
There
the
you
best
go.
way for her to encapsulate her audience at the same
Right.
time.
That's good.
Encapsulate. How do you
And
like
then-
that word?
That hurt.
Right, that was a 50 center. And then so all right, so you do these webinars and you help people learn. Now, so what do you tell them? What do you tell them?
Well, we talk about, not having the overwhelm. Also, how to find the time. People are so busy today. They start out with great passion about writing this book, and pretty soon it's in left in their computer, it's in a desk drawer, it's whatever.
Right.
And so we talk about how to find time to craft this book, and sometimes it's as simple as if this works for them, setting aside a half hour a day,
Right.
5 times a week.
Right.
Or maybe one of my favorites is called 100 times 100. Write 100 words for 100 days. and
That's
you will
good.
have
I like that one.
like 30,000 words, because what happens is you rarely write just 100 words. That next thing you know, you've written 300, because
Or 3,000.
it's like inertia. A body in motion stays in motion.
Right.
And so you get on a roll, but the 100 words is so manageable that you don't put up barriers and say, "Oh, I don't have time for that today." You say, "Hey, I can do 100 words." And if that's all you can do that day, you leave that project that day with a good feeling.
That's right. It's kind of like doing doing 20 sit-ups at a time instead of trying to do 100. You say, "Okay, I can do 20." Or maybe I can just do 5. Maybe you start out and you say, I can do 5. And then then later on you do 5 more, and then you do 5 more, and then you build yourself up. And by the time you're done during the day, you've got your 100 sit-ups. So now, do you also do it like by time? Like sometimes, I know some writers do it by, I'm going to write an hour every day.
Yeah, if that works.
Oh, you
for
said a half an hour. That's right. You did say that.
Well, what I recommend, though, is that people find their rhythm.
Okay.
Some people, the idea of setting an alarm clock at 4:30 and writing before the kids get up, it sounds absolutely like the worst thing in the world. Other people, that's how they wrote their book.
That's right.
So you've got to honor your rhythms, and don't get a book that says you must do this, and then if that doesn't work, you give up. Find your rhythm. And so either set a timer, set an alarm clock,
Right.
put a thing in your calendar that's, inviolate. You're going to do that just like you would go to the doctor. And so that kind of thing.
Set an appointment. Yeah, I've read a lot about it. I've done some writing myself. I wrote some chapters in books. I haven't finished my whole book though yet, and it's interesting because when I started it, I kind of just rushed and started doing it, and the words, like you said, they just come and you just keep writing. And when I turned in my stories for the book, the first book I did, they called me back and they said, Sandy, it's you gave us whatever, we got your book, but it's got 3,000 words, or we only need 2,000. We need 2,000 words, is what they said. We need 2,000 words, and I said, oh, do you need more? And they said, no, you gave us 8,000 words. I said, what? So I had no clue. So then I had to go back and cut it back. But I know you're right. I have a girlfriend who's a poet, and she likes to write at 2 o'clock in the morning because she said the machines are turned off, the city's quiet. She can sit at her computer. There's not a lot of outside noise because she lives in Los Angeles, and so during the day there's a lot of outside, noise going on. But at 2 o'clock in the morning, it's quiet. She gets up, she has her coffee. So it's finding your rhythm. And who's the lady that wrote the book about the Life is a Bowl of Cherries?
Oh, Irma Bombeck.
Right. I think she's the one that said she took 15 minutes to go. She would lock herself in the bathroom and close the door because she had the kids, and she would take 15 minutes intervals. 15 minutes, and you'd say, "Well, how could you ever write a book like that?" Or that was, but that's what she could do, and that's what worked for her.
Right. You know, you got to find your rhythm and honor that, because that's one of the biggest things that will sabotage your book, or any of your writing, if you feel like you have to do it someone else's way.
Now, your webinars that you do, are you doing something where you do it like on a weekly basis? Do you do it how do you do that? How are they set up?
Well, webinars are a little bit more catch as catch can. Mostly my practice is one-on-one coaching with people.
Okay, one-on-one coaching.
Yeah. And, you know, one of the things that I just really want to stress, and you already brought it up, and that is when you write a book, tell a lot of stories. Mm-hmm. People think that people want to know, like, say, a memoir, they think they want to know about their childhood and this and that. You know, the chronology doesn't really matter. What matters are compelling stories in your memoir, or compelling stories in your business book that illustrate points you're making. We are wired for stories. That's how we learned before most people could read and write. We learned from stories, from troubadours, from griots.
That's right.
And so
storytellers, yeah.
Right. And so you were mentioning writing a 2,000-word story. The people love stories, and they've done MRI tests that if you just tell somebody kind of in a lecture narrative style something,
they go to sleep.
The brain kind of flatlines. You tell them a story, and it goes, like fireworks.
Right.
And so if your listeners don't take anything else away, I hope they'll realize the power of their stories. And stories can not only come from their own life, they can be a neighbor's life, a colleague's life.
Right. Well, Linda, hold on. Okay, so now we're going to come back, and I want you to stay on the line. The Vegas Unwrapped team here is going to share some hidden, secret, unwrapped treasures for us in just a few minutes. And we're going to be right back after a message from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back to you, Linda, after they get done with their little information.
Under the tree
Shtick.
for me.
A winner. This is Sandy Kastel and Friends. Here again, your host, Sandy Kastel.
Hi, and welcome to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. And we have the Vegas Unwrapped team here today of Ricky Cash and Aaron Phillips. We have them here every Wednesday morning, and it's so good to have you guys here.
Thank you.
What kind of secret, hidden, unwrapped treasures do you have for us today?
Well, we're ready to roll.
Go ahead, Mr. Cash.
Okay, well, we have Winterfest. Do you believe it's winter?
I know.
This doesn't
Snow and rain on Friday.
I know.
Winterfest in Henderson, December 11th through the 13th. On the 11th...
You didn't like the first one?
No. From 11 to 7 p.m. Friday the 12th from 8 to 9.
Because the word ethnic is in it, that's why.
And Saturday the 13th from noon to 8 p.m. Evening Light Parade. Henderson Convention Center and Events Plaza on Water Street in downtown Henderson. Complimentary admission, complimentary bike valet.
Bike valet?
Bike valet.
Do they have little bells and baskets on the bike?
I wonder if they'll take his Vespa.
He probably doesn't take the Vespa out now until about July.
Probably. This popular annual event will feature fun for the entire family with continuous entertainment, games, and an art show. Gingerbread houses, festivals of trees, and all sorts of good stuff. Food vendors, Aaron. Children's activities and a light parade.
As long as they have a working bathroom, I'll be good every 30 minutes. Heritage Holidays at Clark County Museum, December 12th through the 13th, 1830 South Boulder Highway in Henderson. Heritage Holidays is a free holiday event running from the 12th through the 13th, obviously at the Clark County Museum. The public can visit Heritage Street at night and see the museum's unique collection of houses lit up for the holidays. The night's festivities include holiday music and strolling carolers from Green Valley High School's Madrigals? All right, choir, a craft tent, and visits with Santa and elves and hot chocolate.
I like the hot chocolate.
Yeah, me too.
Let me show you how far out of the realm of life we both are. The Ataris with Teenage
Pong.
Kick.
That's Pong, right?
I don't think so.
Boop.
Friday, December 12th. Boop. Doors open at 8 p.m. Backstage Bar and Billiards, 601 East Fremont Street. Cost is $16 in advance, 20 days for the show. Here's the genre, right? Indian Punk. That's us, baby.
That's us, man. We're right there.
Right
Front
in
row,
there,
baby.
Indian Punk.
Front row.
Tickets available through www.smashmagazine.com.
Hey, we cover it all. We are an equal opportunity presenter around here.
Indian Punk.
Hey, Saturday the 13th, if we're not at the WEMA event, Lake Mead Yacht Club's Dock of Lights will be held down at the Colville Bay Resort and Arena. Lake Mead Yacht Club is holding their Dock of Lights December 13th at 5 p.m. View dozens of boats covered in holiday lights, a trip to see Santa, more hot chocolate, and walk through the holiday decorations at the marina. Trailer Village also has their drive-through Festival of Lights. A buffet will also be available at Colville Bay Marina at 6:30 p.m. $14.99 for adults, $8 for children under 10, and directions will be available. Just look up Las Vegas near the Strip because the rest of this is all about the directions. So that's also Saturday. You can see all the boats and everything with lights.
Saturday's a popular day.
Yes, it is.
They also have holiday synchronized swimming show for all ages, Saturday, December 13th at 5 p.m. Free and open to the public. That's at the Municipal Pool. That's at 431 East Bonanza Road. More information on that, 702-229-6309. This is one where you bring the whole family. Young athletes are performing to holiday favorites. Young synchronized swimming teams from the city of Las Vegas, Clark County, and the city of Henderson perform this annual regional event. Have some fun there. I didn't even know they had the indoor pool there.
Yeah.
At the East Bonanza.
The pool center. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Great.
Yeah, that's why it's called an indoor event.
Oh, I guess that.
Annual Adaptive Holiday Dance, ages 16 and above, also on Saturday the 13th from 6:30 to 9:30. Costs us $20. Includes food, door prizes, and holiday picture location. This is at the Lee Burns Senior Center, 6230 Garwood Avenue. You can call for information at 702-229-1600. Enjoy food, music, and fun. Advance registration is required as soon as possible. Give that phone number a call for more information, and we'd be remiss, Mr. Cash, if we didn't remind the listening audience about some guests we're going to have on our show this week.
Yes.
Where we're flipping the tables on one Sandy Kastel and Mike Leonetti,
Yes,
as
we
they're
are.
coming on guests this week.
As a year in review with the... oh, boy.
So don't forget to tune
boy.
in this Thursday.
Yes.
VegasAllNetRadio.com from 7 to 9 p.m. I'm not going to
great.
share what time they're going to be on so that we get people to listen throughout the show. That's called a tease.
Now I'm going to give you a shameless plug.
We're going to be on for the entire show.
That's cool.
There is
There you go.
there is a WEMA event this Saturday night.
That's right, 6 to 9 p.m.
That's right. It's over at the club. Actually.
No.
It's at the mansion.
It's at the mansion.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
The
at the
mansion.
club. It's over at the mansion, and that's at Canyon Gate Country Club, and a lot of people will be there for another reason as well.
Right, I think it's somebody's birthday or something, from what I heard.
like that.
Yeah, some.
Happy birthday.
That's right. Last but not least, want to dedicate this segment that we just did to a good friend of ours who passed away yesterday, Mr. Jimmy Bryant.
Yeah.
Good friend of Vegas Unwrapped. He was a founder of an organization called Lights for Love. 59 years young, passed away of complications from COPD, and our hearts go out to the family. And just keep an eye on our Facebook page for the memorial service, which will be held after the holidays. About 3 months ago, Mr. Bryant asked Mr. Cash and I to prepare the eulogy when the time came. And we were both taken aback by that request, but we will be ready and do him justice. So our thoughts and prayers go out to the Jimmy Bryant family. And that's it. We're done.
We're good.
Didn't mean to unwrap something sad at the end, but we'd be remiss if
I'm
we
so
didn't
sorry
acknowledge.
to hear that.
So-
No,
You know, when
didn't.
I die-
I met him, at an event.
That's right.
Several years
That's
ago.
right.
That and one of my girlfriends, Tanya Nicola, did an event, an art event, and it was with them.
That's right.
And I'm so sorry to hear
Yes,
that.
59, strong. I mean,
Great
listen,
man. Great
Yeah.
man.
He lived so much longer than anybody expected when he first went through hospice a number of years ago.
Right.
And this was a guy who was a fighter to the end. I mean,
Yeah.
if you open up, with all due respect to a fighter, open up the dictionary and you see a human being fighting through and being a miracle.
Mike
Right.
would have loved him.
Mike would have
Yeah.
loved it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He would have.
Yeah.
Let me
From
ask you,
Long Branch,
let me ask
New
you a
Jersey.
quick question.
Yeah.
Well, our thoughts and prayers go out to
Absolutely.
his family, yes, during this.
On
and
your
it's
tombstone,
even toughest
Yes.
during a holiday season, too.
what would you want it to say?
On my tombstone.
Yeah.
She lived, she laughed, she gave. I don't
We'll be
know.
back with more right after this.
I don't know. That's a hard
She
question.
lived, she laughed, she gave, and she put out. What are you talking about?
I didn't say put out.
Well,
Listen,
do you know the
when-
old story about the dash? Did you ever read that story called The Dash?
It's what happens in the dash. It's the
years.
whatever the years from
Right.
when you were
And
born
what you've
to
done
when
with
you're
your life.
gone. It's the most important thing is what you did with your life, and
With your
that's why I
dash.
said she lived, she laughed, she loved, or gave, whatever. It's important to to do those things, to laugh with your family, to love, to give back to the community. And that's what, that's what WEMA's about.
Right.
That's what you guys are about. Ricky, with your thing that you do,
The fan club.
The fan club.
Sure.
You know,
All about that.
Yeah, you're giving out, you're giving back. And Michael all the time, with his cooking. I mean, he donates his time. He doesn't get paid for this. He goes to Smith's, he buys the food, and he cooks the meals, and that's what he donates. He donates of his time and of himself.
People think that I go to the wholesale house. You know what I mean, to buy.
no,
I want to
don't.
tell you something.
To Smith's.
Pick up the phone, folks. You can call Trish at Smith's,
It's a hotline.
okay, or Mike. I buy all my stuff. Thousands of dollars. I go to Smith's. I'm telling you, you can't beat their price. You can't beat their customer service.
Linda, I know you're there. Thank you for holding on. Linda McDaniel. And, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Where you calling from, Lynn?
Yeah, where are you calling from?
Oh, I'm in Sebastopol, California, which is in Sonoma County.
Oh, I love Sonoma.
Is it cold out there?
No, it's very warm.
80 degrees.
No.
No, not that hot.
Well, it's going to
No,
snow here
but-
because this week
What
it's going to
is
snow.
it? Is it 60 degrees? What is it?
Well, Sonoma didn't get any snow. I mean, that's more like up in the Sierras.
Right.
But no, we're getting huge rainstorms, which we are so grateful for
You're in need of,
because of the drought.
Right. I love to go to Sonoma. In fact, a lot of my family, I was born in San Francisco, and so a lot of my relatives are in the San Francisco Bay Area and around, surrounding areas.
I was born
But
in old
Sonoma
Kentucky, but I'm just a crumb down here.
Oh, the Three Stooges.
Remember that?
I remember
I was bred in
it.
old Kentucky, but I'm just a crumb. You remember that? Get out! You're kidding me. I love that.
So Linda, I have a question for you. We were talking on the break a little bit with Aaron Phillips here, and he was talking about how he started writing a book a couple years ago.
About a year ago at this time, about all my experiences.
Tell her what you were telling.
Linda, your point earlier about getting to schedule time and whatnot, I started writing a book about a year ago about my experiences in internet radio and how to do what we do. And I was working with someone who does pretty much what you do. And I came out of the gates like fire. I followed the steps. And then all of a sudden, it just sort of stopped. The words and thoughts were just so jumbled in my brain that it was hard for me to get the thoughts out. And I just put everything aside. And it's been sitting right where I left it a year ago.
So what kind of tip do you give somebody when they have that, I think sometimes they call it writer's block. What do you tell them?
Well,
people?
here's the thing.
Okay.
There's a neurological answer to this, and
Okay.
that is that jumble of thoughts is 100% natural, and you simply put that down.
Put the jumble down.
You just honor it because your brain is basically saying to you, man, you've got so many good ideas. They're just up here in a jumble. Get them out. And then don't judge them. I was talking to somebody yesterday, and it always makes my heart cramp. I've worked with her before, and she's still hung up about trying to write a good first draft. And I tell her, no, just get that jumble out. And she says, oh, it's so terrible. No, that's the writing process. And get it out, and then move it around, fix it up. Maybe, everybody needs an editor. I mean,
right.
everybody. Those bestsellers you read.
But not while they're writing. They need it after.
Right, so you just write, and then you do your best to tidy it up and everything, and then get a good editor. That's what all the bestsellers do. And but the brain is full of great ideas, and your job is to get them down, even in their ugly, messy state, because they're diamonds in the rough. There's gems in there, and if you will let that flow, there are ideas in there that you didn't even know you had. And that's the beauty of allowing yourself, put yourself at the risk of writing crap, if you will, and then it's really not. It's diamonds in the rough.
You know what my piano teacher told me one time? I was sitting there, and it was when I was first studying piano, and I was doing the exercise, and I'm doing the exercise, and I go, oh, sorry, oh, sorry, oh, sorry, oh, sorry. Every time I hit a wrong note, what I consider a wrong note, he said, would you first of all, stop saying I'm sorry. You have to be willing to make a mistake to learn how to do something. And on that note, I'm going to say, if you're just tuning in now, you're listening to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael, and we are here with the Vegas Unwrapped team of Ricky Cash, Aaron Phillips, and the special author Linda McDaniel, and she's going to teach you how to write a book, folks, and she's going to tell us more after a brief pause from our wonderful, wonderful sponsors. To Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show. Hey, Linda, I got a question for you.
Okay.
When are you coming to Vegas? Serious?
I don't know.
Well, you need to come here. We need to set up something, and we need to do a writing workshop. Let's
I'd
do
be there.
Let's
I'd
do a
be there.
weekend. Let's do a weekend writing workshop. Okay.
Okay, I'd love it.
All right, let's do it, because you've got so many great ideas. I really love it, and I know every author's different. Every author's unique. Every teacher is different. Every writing teacher is unique, and I think you got a lot of great ideas. What's your website so people can go and find out more about you?
Okay, it's www.lindamcdaniel.com. The only odd part about that is it's LYNDA.
Got it.
MCDANIEL.com.
Okay, and also you have your webinars, and they can find out all about that on your website?
Yeah.
Do you also
I have some pre-recorded webinars, and then
like that.
I from time to time schedule some webinars.
Okay, and then you also do one-on-ones.
Yeah.
And okay, so do you have CDs and DVDs and all that too?
I don't.
just have
I tend to find that it's just better to. I enjoy more working with people one-on-one. But I have some great books that are packed with the same tips and more that I've given today.
Okay, and your cost is for all of this is on your website?
Yeah.
Okay. I really appreciate you coming on the show. I know we didn't get your favorite Italian recipe, though, for Michael. So what is your favorite Italian recipe so that Michael can give you a little recipe to make?
Oh, my goodness.
Before you go.
Let's see. Oh, I love Italian food. Something with fish. I just love fresh fish and making it a little more special.
Okay, what you do? You like orange roughy?
Yeah.
Okay, get your orange roughy. Put it in a tray. Okay, add butter. Cut your onion you like onion?
Yeah.
Cut it very thin. All right. Put the onion on top of the fish. Then get fresh tomato. Put that on top of the onion. Add parsley, salt, black pepper. Add a little sherry wine and broil it. You go out of your mind.
Oh, my gosh.
That's how simple
Thank
it
you.
is.
How simple was that? Come on.
Oh, that was great.
Okay, now next time we talk to you, Linda, and I expect we're going to have a next time. Okay, we got to get you scheduled back on, and then we want you to come to Vegas. Seriously, so you got to call me and we'll talk about that. But you got to try that fish dish, and I want to try that. That is great. Can I make that for us?
It would be
Michael?
nice for you to get in the kitchen once in a while. I mean, I'm serious. I'm serious.
Thank you, Linda, so much for being a guest here on Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael and the Vegas Unwrapped team. I really appreciate
thank you
it.
for inviting me.
Okay, thank you. Have a wonderful day, and don't forget to call back and give us your shout out.
Okay, good.
All righty. All right.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Wasn't that neat? I
She was
love
great.
that. I'm so excited now. I want to go back to my book. I want to get it out, and I want to start working on it again.
And you want to cook some orange
And I
roughy.
want to cook some. I love orange roughy.
Was that-
Michael knows I love orange roughy, and I'm going to fix that for him.
No, let's, honey.
Next week.
Honey, I'll stay.
Maybe I'll fix it
the
tonight.
hell out of
What
the
is
kitchen.
today? Is tonight Wednesday? Oh, we're going over to Diana and Dr.
When's that?
Perry's
Tonight?
Is tonight Wednesday? Of
Yes.
course it is.
Well,
You
we're
guys
here.
are
It's Wednesday.
We're here,
I
right?
got nothing better to do with
Wednesday
my life
night,
after
we are
8
gonna
hours
go
on my
over to
feet.
Diana
Great.
and Dr. Perry's.
Can't
And
wait.
guess what we're going to do?
What?
We're going to decorate the Christmas tree.
Oh, yeah, just what I want.
You know what she did? She already decorated 2 Christmas trees, 2 little small Christmas trees. And then she's got a big flocked tree that's all flocked in white like snow, and then she's got all these ornaments that are handmade ornaments that are in the Mardi Gras colors. So she's fixing something like you fix. What's your stromboli you make? Remember how she made that dish, that has the it's like bread, but it's stuffed bread and has the meat inside
That's
of it.
a stromboli.
That's like a stromboli. Well, she's going to make her wreath. It's a wreath that she's going to make, and she's going to make some other dishes for us, and we're going to go do that at Diana and Dr. Perry's tonight.
What did the sheep herder say to his brother?
I have no idea.
Let's get the flock out of here.
That was bad.
I'm thinking about.
What are you thinking
I'm
about?
going to go to Denny's
Denny's.
after this.
Are you going to eat that steak, chicken fried steak
I
again?
can't get over that.
Well, I'm
that
going to
chicken
yoga class.
Oh, is that where you go?
And
Oh,
listen,
then I'll not
I got to
forget it.
tell everybody, listen, if you didn't see the show on TV last weekend, the TV show, you can find it on YouTube at Sandy Kastel and Friends, and just go on our YouTube site and you can find the show, and it's called show number 3. Anyway.
It's also on Vegas Unwrapped.
It's on Vegas Unwrapped too.
Website as well.
Oh my gosh!
Right.
And the Vegas Unwrapped team is on there, and they're
right.
going to be on again this Saturday
I was
and
talking to
Sunday
Trisha today.
on the show. And again, we've got the Staying Fit and Fabulous. Wait, the Staying Fit and Fabulous with Sherry Goldstein over at the Yoga Sanctuary, which is where I'm going
Goldstein.
today.
We push for the Jews.
And then
over.
on tomorrow, Thursday morning, I'm going to go see Angela Moyo. But Angela Moyo and some of the dancers are going to be interviewed on the show this weekend, and you're going to see some more from the class. Also, we're going to have a very, very special guest, entertainer. And Michael, you know who that is.
Frank Sinatra's
No.
Jr..
Vernell Brown. He is an absolutely amazing young new jazz artist that Freddie Hubbard, found, I think, discovered him. And he toured over 100,000 miles just this last year. He said, and he is going to be on our show this weekend. It's from an interview that we did with him a few months ago, and we're so excited to have him. Also, he's going to be on the radio show next Monday. So check out our TV show on Keen TV and the Walk TV, and on CenturyLink cable, Prism TV this weekend. And if you can't find us there, you can find us on our YouTube channel at Sandy Kastel.
Which is where I watched
Yes.
it because I'm on DirecTV and we don't get any of those
And
channels.
Cox doesn't get it either.
So what? Forget
That's
about
why
that.
YouTube is great.
Anyway, but actually, we are growing with them. They are growing, and they're going to be getting some of those channels
great.
too.
Awesome.
So, Chef Michael, thank you for that wonderful recipe for orange roughy. I'm so excited to make that. And also, I want to send a shout out to Cafe de Cebu and Truffles and Bacon. They are going to be here at Saturday with us at the WEMA event. So be sure and call us and make your reservation. 702-348-5707. That's 702-348-5707. Let us know you're coming Saturday so that we all know how much food to cook. Cost it's $35 for all that food and lovely entertainment with my
And
dad,
open
Dick Kastel, Jazz Quartet, and Mark Thompson and the opera.
And open
So
bar.
it's opera and jazz and great food.
For you
We'll see you there
boozers.
this Saturday. And we'll see you tomorrow morning here on KLAV, Lotus Broadcasting with Ryan Silva and John Stiles. Ciao.
Santa honey, there's